Have you ever said,
I'll hire an accountant when my business becomes profitable?
Are you working with an accountant that's only providing bookkeeping and tax services?
Get behind the shield.
The experts at Elite 8 Tax and Financial Services has a solution. Virtual CFO services can put your business in the black faster and help you make data-driven decisions. Boss Virtual CFO Services offers strategic planning, risk management, reporting analysis, HR financial guidance, tax planning, and much more. Schedule your consultation today at elite8financial.com or give us a call at 866-2-ELITE-8. Elite 8 Tax and Financial Services, what your business needs before it needs it. From exotic luxury vacations to dream weddings, theme parties to family reunion cruises, corporate travel to corporate team building events, Destinations and Occasions is your premier concierge travel and event planner. Take the stress out of planning and arranging your events and travel. Call us today at 510-459-7732 or visit us on the web at destinationsandoccasions.com. Destinations and Occasions. Details is what we do.
This is Dr. Tamia Gass with Rejuvenating Chiropractic.
This is Nara Reed with Modified Nutrition Health Coach.
This is Karen Marcel with June Street Barbershop.
This is Tiffany Marcel with Marcel Luxury Realty, and you're listening to Boss Talk Radio.
Life insurance, the most affordable, risk-free, wealth-building tool in history. Advances in life insurance allow you to plan for college, retirement, investing, unexpected living expenses, and has the power to change the outlook of the next generation. Experts say most Americans are underinsured or have outdated policies. Your life policies should be optimized every 5 years or whenever there is a major life event. Call 866-235-4838 or visit us online at elite8financial.com/life insurance to have the experts at Elite 8 Tax and Financial Services provide you a free quote or a free evaluation of your existing coverage. If you won't do it for you, do it for them. Get behind the shield.
What's good, family? What's good? Welcome to another episode of Boss Talk Radio, your favorite segment, 5 Minutes of Fire. We're going to go ahead and make it hot in this situation. We're going to talk about the Dream Shake. The Dream Shake. Now, for you young folks that don't know what the Dream Shake is, we're going to put up a little image for you guys to see. But once upon a time, there was a really great, and despite his greatness, he's still like one of the most underrated people ever in the sport of basketball, none other than Akeem Olajuwon. Now, some of you, if you're young folks, you may not recognize this picture, and you're wondering why Shaq is in an Orlando uniform because you don't go back that far. But most of you know who Shaquille O'Neal is, you know, no matter how old you are, because his presence was felt dominating the NBA for, I don't know how long, just a long time. What it was like, what did he do, 18 years or something like that? But dude dominated, and since then he's turned his post-career both in broadcasting, sponsorships, business ventures, into this just massive financial empire, you know. But humble beginnings. You know, Shaquille was a superstar in college back at LSU. You know, real people look forward to him going into the league, kind of like they did with LeBron. I mean, he was like, everybody knew he was going to be special. You know, he was a freak of nature, for lack of better words. He's one of those few people that played the game that the rules had to change because he was that great. But on his route to greatness, he had to come across none other than Akeem Olajuwon, who has 2 rings of his own. One he won by sitting O'Neal to the sidelines, and he had this one classic move called the Dream Shake. And so the title is based on his moniker was Hakeem the Dream. And so he had this one move, as this amazingly mobile center. He had this one little move, wasn't quite a crossover or whatever. It looked kind of simple in nature, but it would always rock the opponent back on their heels. He would always shake them with it. And it wasn't like, it was a now and then type of thing. Like, he would repeat this move over and over and over with probably 95% accuracy and execution, right? So you would wonder, like athletes watch games and game film, going into a big game or whatever for hours and everything, and they practice based on countering things that they saw in the film, right? So why is it that no one could do anything with the Dream Shake? It was just one of those. I'm talking about, the Admiral, O'Neal, Ewing, you name him. Like, he would just punish them with this one move, right? What was it about this move that they just could not stop? Well, it doesn't matter because it was effective. So let's talk about this very effective thing that happens. And I don't even know exactly when it started, right? I can't tell you. It's as long as I can remember, it's pretty much existed, right? So there's this move in the selling space. It used to be a thing on TV. It used to be like late night infomercials. Then it became like a daytime thing. Since the advent of the internet, you've seen it there. You used to see it in magazines. It's very prominent on social media right now. And I'm talking about, like, for at least 40 years that I know of, and maybe much, much longer. I can only speak on the 40 years that I could testify to. For 40 years, this has been one of the most effective moves. And for some reason, you guys still fall for it. It's beyond my understanding. I don't know what it is. And here's the play. It's real simple, right? People go out and make claims about their success, right? Then they invest in the imagery. Say that again. They invest in the imagery, not the systems, not the process, not the product, the imagery to elude the success that they're speaking on. And then what they actually sell is you on the idea that they can teach you how to do what they've done. Rarely, if ever, there's any substance to what they're selling, right? So they put out this kind of like, I think what the social media gurus call it is a compelling offer. They put out this offer that promises you that you can get a system for XYZ price. The popular price back in the day used to be $99.99. Now it's all over the place. I see $49.99 to $999, just depending on what it is, right? But they tell you that you can have access to the secrets that made them wealthy, that made them successful, all for the low price of. And you're still buying into that system. And then you find like once you buy it, there's a bunch of fluff with little key points in it, just enough to keep you moving along, but it's mostly fluff. And then there's the next tier where they tell you to get more, basically spend more. You spend a little bit more, you get a little bit more. Up to, and this process just perpetuates up to quote unquote one-on-one access with them, right? Now, let me say this. There are a few people out here that is like legit giving value. Like they are really, punching through the floor, or for that matter, the ceiling, and really giving people way beyond whatever the investment calls for. But like I said, that's rare. That's very, very rare, and they still have, for lack of better words, a lead generator or something that, takes you into another level, another, episode of spending, but at least you're getting some value for what you're spending. And in some cases, like I said, more value than for what you're spending. But it's the dream shake. I don't know what they call it these days, from compelling offer to whatever other sexy terms they want to use. But back in the days when I was a sales trainer, we simply call it dream selling, and it's a lot like Akeem Olajuwon's dream shake is like, if you can master the move, you can execute it over and over and over again, and they cannot stop you. Don't know why they can't stop you. I guess everybody needs something to believe in. Everybody's willing to buy a dream, So here's the reality, though. Here's that fire. Dreams have to be earned. They can't be bought. Dreams have to be earned. They can't be bought. See, because a true dream is something that is divinely instilled in you, and it's met with the gifts necessary to execute it. A lot of people like to say, well, God gave me the vision. Well, here's the reality. If God gives you the vision, he also gives you pro. Pro means favor. It's Latin for favor. So if God gives you a vision, he gives you pro. And so now you have the provisions to execute the dream. But if somebody get on TV or social media or whatever, and they make you lust behind material objects and or lust for a lifestyle that you believe rich people have or what have you, then you've in fact bought into your own lust. You were sold a dream. Somebody said the dream is free, the hustle sold separately. But the reality is the dream actually costs. The hustle, well, let me just say it's got to be in you. You got to get up and go do that thing. You got to put in the work. Y'all hear me saying that a lot these days. You got to do the work. And the reason being is because at the end of the day, I see a lot of people just making one excuse after the next. You You make a half-ass effort, and then you have an excuse as to why it didn't work. It's really because the effort was half-ass. And most of the time, the real reason you didn't is because you never believed you could. You didn't really accomplish what you wanted to accomplish or set out to accomplish because you never believed that you could do it. That's why the effort was half-assed, because in the back of your mind, you didn't believe that you could do it. Most people, love him or hate him, most people respect the Black Mamba's mindset, his work ethic, his execution. If you hate him to the point that you don't respect that, in Jay-Z's words, your whole perspective is whack. So, but anyway, when you look at that mindset, that level of execution, I have one of my own, and if you follow me for a while, you've heard me say it. Outside of your God-given gift, because God gives everybody gifts, outside of your God-given gift, I'm just better than you. Some people say, well, George, that's cocky, and you need to humble yourself before this, that, or the other, and you could be put right back where you was. It doesn't matter where I get put. Understand that given any situation, circumstance that were to happen, look, let me tell you something. I am a master at starting over. Starting over doesn't scare me. You know what I mean? Failing doesn't scare me, because when I die, the one thing they're going to be able to do is kick my ugly ass in the ground, throw some dirt over me, and second line and say, that boy did it his way. I'm not going to die with the regrets of not trying. I may have a few regrets of some things I did. They're few and far apart, but what I'm not going to regret is not trying. I'd rather try and fail 100 times than I wonder if I would have done this, So when you're sitting outside of somebody else's life and you're judging their moves and everything, understand that they're moving in their way. If you don't understand their way, that's okay. You ain't no business watching them anyway. You should be busy doing it your way, and that's why you're so easily fooled by the dream shake to begin with, because you don't have shit going on. So something comes along and it's bright and it's shiny, and it seems a little bit out of reach, and somebody's convinced you that with minimal effort and a few dollars, you can get to this supreme level and live like, I ain't gonna even say rich people, I'm gonna say live like wealthy people, because here's the truth about rich people. You have rich people that you come across every day and you never know they're rich. They're not driving Bentleys and Rolls Royces and whatnot. They don't live in $2, $3, $4 million houses, on golf courses by the waterfront properties or whatever. A lot of those people that you see, they're actually leveraged to the hilt in debt. They credit maxed out and is not generating any income. But you have people that'll be literally living next door to you, worth a couple $1 million. Their house might be $200,000-$300,000. Their cars are domestic. Maybe they have a kind of nice basic foreign. It ain't really new or whatever, and they're stacking, right? But you don't even realize they got it like that, because they keep putting their money back in to make money work for them, but you're chasing the dream, and the dream gonna shake your ass every time. That's why they call it the dream shake. But here's the thing, you can actually stop it. Now that you know the play, you can step back away from it, recognize it for what it is, understand that every lie has to have some truth in it. See, the truth can exist by itself. A lie has to have a little truth to keep that thing going. So once you see the play, go ahead and search for the truth in that matter. or whatever, and the truth ain't gonna cost you that much. It just requires you to invest some time, But that's that heat for y'all this week. We'll see you guys on next week, and we have some major announcements coming soon. See you guys soon.